Welcome back to Mania Plus Encore Mode. Yeah, this is the easiest place to get a special ring in Encore Mode because right up front here, there's a special ring. So.
Yeah, they really wanted you to find this one.
Yeah. Also, why is Flying Battery is so brown?
Did Eggman forgot this?
It's rusting over.
Yeah, that's
Man. You were lucky you were playing as Mighty because, like, wow, that would be perilous as any other character. That is a tight jump.
Yeah, but Mighty makes it trivial.
Well, yeah, it's also the only time that the fact that the bottom of those platforms damages you has been relevant to anything in gameplay. I'm surprised it took them this long to work that into an obstacle jump. Unless they did it in some obscure section of the original level and I just didn't know. Wait, is that a...
Yeah, that's a bumper.
Yep. Okay, that's new. I like it.
They like to use these for a lot of later ones.
Yeah, because like the later special stages are gonna get really fucking F-Zero with jumping over pits.
Hi, Clement.
Oh, Clement.
Whoa, that was close.
Yeah, we're officially
Squid or
friends with
octopus?
Clement, so you could say we've made it big. I think.
And Skylar thought we were big.
Yeah, so you see, it's like first base is kissing, second base is touching boob, third base is being Switch friends. All right, that's how these things work now.
Well, what's the home run?
3DS friends
Starring in a
code.
BrainScratch company.
No,
Wait.
original Wii friend codes.
Original.
Ooh, wow.
Oh,
What?
That was clutch as shit.
That was...
Dude.
That was a trippy
That
ending.
would have been apocalyptic if you missed that.
but I didn't, so that's 3
Imagine
emeralds.
if that triggered one of the old soft locks. You remember from the original pre-patch release, there were soft locks in the special stage? Jesus.
Yeah.
They've patched out a lot of the glitches in this, right?
Dude, why does Ray gotta-
Cool.
why
That's
does
from
Ray
Sega
have
Sonic,
to be a
baby.
show-off?
Yeah.
That's cool. Ray has all his own unique hanging animations.
Well, that's from Sega Sonic.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. See, because I've never seen more than like 2 seconds of that.
Yeah, there are monkey bar sections in Sega Sonic, and that's his animation from that game.
That is a really cool inclusion. Man, I love this development team so much.
They know what's
Everyone
up.
who made this game are huge nerds.
I want to marry this development team, this entire development team.
Okay, so Christian, Simon, you know where to contact him?
No,
Yes, all
Lewis,
two
you're not
people
doing
of
it
the
in the right
development
order.
team.
You want to exchange Wii friend codes with this development team. Get it right.
Ray makes this section completely trivial until I hit it.
Unless if you get whacked by an enemy.
A mouse.
You know.
Well, yeah. A lot of people, when this came out, I saw people talking about how Ray was broken. I not so humbly disagree. Because the levels were already designed to make flying around hard. Well, not necessarily hard, but not necessarily game-breaking either. Because the levels were balanced for Knuckles and Tails. Ray has perks that those two don't, but he's also way more vulnerable in the air.
Yeah.
So he already can't pass the straight-up barriers that they pepper through the levels to prevent you from skipping entire chunks. And he's vulnerable in the air, so the badniks that were in the way, well, they were a bit of a danger to Tails, but they're way dangerous to Ray.
It looks like you
So-
can't really stop yourself like you could with Tails or
Well,
or
you
Knuckles.
can go back to ball mode, but you can't then start flying again. You just drop like a rock.
Yeah. Ray has a last-ditch air defense where he goes into ball mode and drops, but the only thing you get to keep is whatever forward momentum you had at that point. So if you do that, you're not flying anymore until you touch the ground. Whoa,
That was an oops.
that was an oops.
And
I thought that was that. I thought that'd be
every
a special ring
every
there.
single time when I'm going back into the flying battery from that, I expect to jump because of Sonic 3 and Knuckles with the
Yeah.
with the pushback. I do that every single time.
Yeah, there are a couple of instances where
Failure.
level design actively fucks with you if you played the original levels too many times beforehand.
That is the point of a remix. The
Yeah, I hate it.
Sonic Mania Mega Mix is great. But, the,
Or Sonic Mania mixes, we should probably call it.
Sonic Mania mix. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's like playing Sonic Adventure 2 and there's no rocket at the end of Metal Harbor. It's like, what the fuck's happening here?
There's probably an alternate.
No, there's no rocket. There's no rocket. It just becomes hang gliders from Sonic 2 Game Gear.
Oh, fuck.
I wonder what's down here. Now let's see Ray's 3D model.
Indeed. One thing I will say I don't like about Mania Plus, though, is that, well, you can get a lot of Ray in Mania Mode. Playing as Mighty in Mania Mode is basically just another Sonic because he has no alternate pathways whatsoever that Sonic.
Well, he makes everything easier because he takes no damage from ball mode for most
he makes
things.
some things easier, but to be honest,
he makes everything easier.
There's not a lot that you can get over that Sonic can't pass over if he just builds up enough of a run before jumping, you know?
Also, I love the early 80s Vectrex scrap background for this one.
And you know, you guys talk kind of about how he makes the bosses easy, but you know, I'm kind of used to beating them without getting hit anyway. And you guys just tank the shit out of them, so I don't know why you care.
Mighty's not broken because I'm already a god, so I don't need him. That's what I'm.
No. What I was saying is, you guys.
Your god.
What I was saying is, you guys just tank hits anyway and abuse invincibility frames like nothing else.
Yeah, but we know that as veteran Sonic players, we do that because we know we can get away with it. But newbies can fall back on Mighty.
The only thing that really changes when you fight those bosses is that you're not losing as many rings.
Yeah,
which is great for new players.
A new Sonic player doesn't want to lose any rings at all. Me, fuck it.
I don't care. As long as I don't die, what do I care what the score is?
No, man.
Oh, you know,
I'm gonna keep all my rings and keep my
properly,
cool bonus.
You know.
Yeah.
Does Mighty have any downsides though? Like, is there any like weakness that he has?
Nope.
No. Okay. So then why is Sonic even here?
Yeah.
He
Because
doesn't.
he
Sonic
can't
has-
utilize the elemental shields properly.
Yeah,
Oh my
nor the
god,
drop
elemental
dash.
shields are lame. Okay.
The
Yeah.
elemental
they're lame.
shields can be really good if you use them in the right spots, and that's a lot more feasible now that they've added the bonus stage in.
John, hold on, John. You're Mr. I don't like situational power-ups in Super Mario Galaxy, but if
You
Sonic
know-
does it, it's okay. All right.
I don't know. No, having
Those are
a double jump
optional,
and
though.
collecting all the rings around you effortlessly is not situational.
The bubble shield and fire shield certainly are.
Well, no, the air dash is useful.
The shields are not required for anything in classic Sonic games.
You don't have to. You can beat Super Mario Galaxy without touching a Boo power-up or a B.
You can beat
power-up or
Mario
whatever.
64 without pressing the A button. Should we just get rid of the
Yeah.
A button from the
The other-
controller?
The other thing, though, is that the shields actually do present Sonic some ways to reach areas that otherwise would only be available to
Yeah,
the
because he
double.
sucks. and he's lame.
right now.
And he can't fly
Right now,
like
for example,
literally all
if
of his
Sonic
friends.
had the lightning shield, he could just beat this boss 20 seconds ago.
The difference between the shields and flying, though, is that with Sonic, for the most part, you can keep your speed going when you're using his shield abilities. Like, his double jump doesn't lose any forward momentum, and the fire dash is an outright speed boost. The bubble shield is a bit of a speed kill, but it also compensates by just bouncing you up way higher. So
It also protects you underwater.
that's it.
Yeah.
But that's I'm not just talking about the abilities that he uses when he double jumps with them. And when they added the drop dash to Sonic's moveset for this game, they gave him an additional way to keep his speed up. So his playstyle is all about speed.
Yeah. The difference between the elemental shields and, say, something like, off the top of my head, Spring Mario from Galaxy. Unless, of course, you know how to triple jump or wall jump through specific pixels of wall. You need Spring Mario in order to progress through the level. You need Spring Mario to get to a certain star. Elemental shields are just there. You don't need them for anything.
yeah.
They're just there to make your life easier.
In the non 3D world kind of 3D Mario's, the power-ups are more like level gimmicks most of the time. So, Spring Mario shows up where Spring Mario was used, and that's it.
Yeah. It'd be situational if, let's say they remix Lava Reef so that the entire floor is lava, but they give you a fire shield right at the start so that you have to use it in order to get past it, but nothing else. That's situational.
I'm just
But
saying, you guys
classic
act
Sonic
like
doesn't
elemental
do that.
shields are equal to being able to fly whenever you want. I don't know. It's pretty.
They're not equal
You
to
can
being
double-
able to fly whenever you want. But the thing
No, you can
is,
double jump with the electric shield.
Knuckles and Tails, both of their flying abilities kill their speed immediately, pretty much.
Yeah, but I can fly.
Hey, who cares? I can fly. Woo!
Knuckles gets to hold onto his forward momentum for like a few seconds, and Tails can hold onto it for a bit longer than Knuckles.
You know what? I remember
But
in Sonic
eventually they
Adventure,
both slow
Tails being
down.
able to beat all the levels way faster than Sonic. You know.
Well, that was because they never slowed him down.
That's because Sonic Adventure made Tails broken as fuck. Because
He's
of his
always
power
been. He's
fantasy.
always been
Well,
that broke.
Well, no, okay, well...
Okay,
I
no,
think
not
Tim's sort of
always,
half
technically, because
joking with
people
that
in the
one.
comments are going to be like, actually, in Sonic 2, Tails couldn't fly, unless if he was being controlled by the A. Like, I know, all right? I'm ashamed in myself
Okay,
for knowing that, but I do.
The point is, Tails was only easy insofar as beating the levels. When you wanted to be good at the game, which was, you know, half the point of replaying it, Sonic wound up having more utility for that.
I only,
Not to mention,
honestly,
Tails never went through a full stage of what Sonic went
You
through.
see,
He'd always,
okay,
like, tackled the
so
second
this
half.
might just be a difference of me. It's like, I consider being the good at the game just being able to finish it. Like, honestly, like, once I finished a game growing up, I was done with it for a long time.
That's kind of, yeah, that's valid, but it's also like when you go back to replay a game like several months or even several years later, and you realize you are already good at the game, a more flexible character with more diverse options tends to be a little bit more desirable for a lot of players. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I think flying's fun. I love skipping shit. It's the best.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's player preference, and that's perfectly
Yeah,
fine.
my preference
It's
is more
fine.
important than you guys.
It's fine.
Your preference is playing less of the game.
Yeah,
It's
and
fine.
so speedrunners, and people love those guys. They donate millions to those
the
people.
the thing about it is, the more often people play it, the more they want to look cool while going through the level, and go through the level a little bit faster. Even me, when I go like to play the game on a more of a collection explorationist bent, I like to be able to traverse the level faster, more stylishly, more
I just do it for a
satisfyingly.
sense of self-gratification.
Yeah, so for me, going through the levels fast with the fire shield and the double jump is more satisfying on my 600th playthrough than flying very slowly upward as Tails. You know?
Yeah, you gotta get top 3 in the leaderboard before the hackers come by.
It's kind of slightly moot that Sonic and Tails have different abilities because you can play as them both at the same time, and
Yeah,
they
if you
added the
can
ability
play
to
with the
control
second
Tails.
controller with your feet, then you can.
No.
play them
They
at the same
added
In
the
this
ability
one.
to. They added the ROM hacky ability to control Tails with the same controller now.
Wait,
So
how
you use
the
certain
hell
button
does that work?
Like you
I
do
forget,
in Sonic
and I actually
1
didn't know
and 2
until
mobile.
after our commentary, but
No,
if you
Skylar,
alright,
Skylar
if
says
you're-
he knows.
in Sonic Mania, if you're holding up and you press the jump button, you can cause player 2 Tails to start flying, and you can.
Oh, not what I wanted to do, game.
they
That was
So
removed-
basically the best of both worlds.
Yeah, so you can have Sonic with his elemental shields, and then you can also call on Tails to fly you around when you need it.
Then you can take higher pathways easier.
Okay, two things about Mighty that just occurred to me. Why are you going backwards? Two things about Mighty that just occurred to me. One is that, wow, in ball form he actually deflects projectiles. For the other characters, the only way you can deflect projectiles is actually to have an elemental shield. Not even the normal shield will do it for you. So that's actually a really good bonus. I can see that making Oil Ocean a hell of a lot easier.
It is.
And another reason why Mighty makes the game easier.
The other thing, though, is that in this level in particular, the spiked balls and the spiked platforms are obstacles that Mighty will bounce off of without leaving his ball form. So you can actually just avoid waiting for those to move around. And just
Yeah, fuck you,
bounce
Sonic
off them.
4.
Remember Sonic 4?
Actually,
I
you know,
thought this was Sonic 4.
Not really, no. Like,
You remember when people expected that to be good? I kind of expected that to be good. And then footage came out and is like, man, this
There
looks
was nothing
terrible.
wrong
And
with
then,
wanting to be hyped for it, but then he actually saw footage of the game, and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
and then it was like, man, but this is an alpha build, people would say, and it turned out it wasn't.
You see, the problem with Sonic 4 is that people were getting mad at the wrong crap. Surprise, surprise. That happened with the Sonic fan base. Who could have guessed that? That happening. People were complaining about it not being classic Sonic in
Wow.
aesthetics.
You're really good at this game.
Well, actually, no. It was too classic Sonic in aesthetics, but just not classic Sonic, and people were whining.
No, it's aesthetically, it kind of.
I remember the two biggest complaints back when Sonic 4 Episode 1 was first showcased was that the grass looked like it was made of plastic, and that based on the 3 seconds we saw Sonic running up a hill, he gained speed, and that put people in a fucking tizzy.
I like
Because,
the
as
instant
we all know,
transitions
playing
and the
Sonic on the
checkpoint.
Genesis gives you a PhD in physics, don't you know?
Wait, if you die but haven't lost your rings, when you go back to the checkpoint, you keep the rings.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you're just
Actually
tagging
kinda
out.
cool.
It's really useful when you
That's
have all the
actually kinda
emeralds.
that
Oh
is
wait,
very,
so
very
if you
Everybody can
die,
go
so if
super.
you die, if you die and then it,
Like if you fall into a pit as super, but you had over 50 rings, you can just go right back to being super for the next character.
yeah, but if you fail
Oh,
a
man.
secret ring, and then
A secret
you
ring?
die. Whatever, you know what I'm. It's a ring and it's a secret. It's oh my god, you guys are such nerds. If you fail a special ring, and then you go back to it after
Ted,
dying, does it come back?
If we were playing Paper Mario Mania or Pikmin
Yeah, but
Mania,
we're
you'd
not.
pick up
But
on
we're
all the
not, John. We're not.
You'd pick up on all the references just the same.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. But if some, because I'm not the kind of guy who yells at someone if they say coins instead of rings. So you know what? I wouldn't make a big deal
Well,
about
that's
it.
just heresy.
Why are you playing this as Sonic? Oh, okay. Wait,
I
you
might
are
be.
No, he's
Mighty.
playing as no. That's
Wait,
Black Sonic.
when did you switch? Why was Sonic doing all the damage?
Because Sonic, because the character could still attack.
Yeah, it's like
'cause
having
They're still
tails.
there.
considered active.
As John
Yeah.
showcased during the Metal Sonic fight.
Hell yeah.
But like, if,
Can't wait to
can-
throw
if the
that.
AI that controls Tails suddenly becomes
Sentient?
competent, that'll be the sign that
Yeah.
Skynet is about to happen.
They mimic our moves.
So okay, question: is Mighty immune to sideways spikes too? Like if he runs face first?
Yes.
Oh, then that makes this boss a non-issue. So man, wow.
Yeah.
You can still get
Here's a
crushed.
question. I have a question. I haven't actually looked this up. Can you play Encore Mode as co-op?
Don't-
to my knowledge,
I
I don't know.
Don't
Yeah,
know,
I don't think
actually.
so.
I don't have any friends, so I don't have anybody to play it with.
If you can do that, though, that would be fucking amazing.
I know, getting friends.
Well, I mean, in Sonic and Tails mode, the second player is always Tails, which basically means you're on chauffeur duty the entire time. The second player might be Mighty the Armadillo, though, which means you can kill things Sonic can't.
Might be mighty.
Or you might be Ray, in which case you get to fly up to a platform and then the first player gets to switch characters with you and act like they did.
You guys are such nerds. Jesus Christ.
Why are we all here?
I have no idea.